Okay, students, here is the second podcast on editing our BandResources wiki. And in this segment, I'm going to show you how to start from a page that you've already created, make some edits, including adding a link, both an internal link, an external link, an anchor, which takes you to a specific place within a page, a widget, including the table of contents widget, and the list of wiki pages widgets, or widget. Okay, so I'm on my website and I've gone to the sample page that I want to do the edits on, and I'm going to click the edit button. First off though, this shows me that I've done one revision to the page. Okay, I'm click the edit button, and here we are. We're going to get started. And first of all, I recommend making a bulleted list for most of your page. I think that adds some nice organization. However, you can be creative and make it however you want, as long as it is easy to follow. So I've started a bulleted list, and actually, since I've already done a lot of this already, I'm just going to go ahead and paste it in. So first off, I labeled this one heading 3. That's because this is actually heading 3, and you want to add headings if you can to your page, because one, it sets the text out so that people can easily locate different places on the page, and two, it's going to be very helpful when you go to make your table of contents, because a widget will do all of that for you as long as you have the headings in place. So first, I'm going to make a link here, and this link is going to be an internal link. First, I highlight the text, then I go up here to insert link, and this is within the same wiki. I don't want a new window, so I'm not going to click that, and I need to change the page name. I'm going to go to the wiki editing tips here, and I'm just going to add the link. Now it is there. You can actually, I believe, follow it by clicking on it. Actually, you click on it, there you go, and then you would click visit, but I don't want to do that right now. Next, I'm going to make a link, and I'm going to change this to Google because the band website's a little slow right now. So highlight that text. You could use any text you want, but it makes sense to tell people where you're going. And this one's not going to work on the page or file. I'm going to actually have to go to a web address, and I'm going to ask that to open in a new window, and I'm going to go www.google.com, and I'm going to add that link. And now this tells me that I'm going to an external URL. And next I'm going to make a link to an anchor, but first I have to put the anchor in. And here I've labeled this anchor. And first I want to show you that I've put a whole bunch of text down below here. That's because normally when you click to follow a link to an anchor, it'll take the anchor to the top of the page, and I wanted to have some stuff below so that this would end up at the top of the page. So I'm going to highlight. I don't have to highlight it. I'm going to click where I want the anchor, and I'm going to go up here to embed widget, and I'm going to put an anchor in, and I'm going to name it anchor. And make sure you pay attention to whether it's capitalized or not. In this case it is. And scroll up to the link to anchor. Now I'm going to add a link. This is not a web address, this is a page or file because it is within the same wiki. And I'm going to say that it is on the sample page, which is the one that we're on right now. Click link to anchor, and then add the words, or the name of the anchor, exactly as you would put it before. So I'm going to add a link there, and that should take me down here to my anchor. And last, I'm going to click this image and just show you how I can add a caption or add a link. I'm going to add a link here, and notice you can do an email address to any link, but probably you're not going to use that because we want to keep our anonymity. We don't want to show people who we are. Because this is school, and we want to be responsible. Okay, and I'm going to take this to that same link, or that same anchor, Go to the page name here, sample page, click link to anchor, call it anchor. And let's just see if this all works. So I'm going to add the link. And let's say that I'm someone who's a little bit ADD and I say, oh, you know what, I just want to visit another site real quick here. So I'm going to go click up here, visit a different site. Yes, I want to leave the page. What didn't I do? Well, I didn't save. Shoot, I didn't save it. Let's go back here. Oh no, it looks like I hadn't done anything. I'm going to have to start over. But thankfully, they have this nice thing here where it'll actually recover the draft that you've done. And if you click this edit from recovered draft, it will have it all just as it was. Now I could preview it if I want, and that shows me what it would look like here. And I can click continue editing when I'm done. I'm just going to save it though. And in a second here, it's going to take me to the page. Alright, the page has been updated. So I'm going to check all my links. First, I made a link here to the anchor, which put it at the top of the page. Another link to the anchor, and here it is right at the top of the page. This link was going to take me to another page in the wiki, and it did, the wiki editing tips page. And then going back to the sample page, does this take me to Google in a new window? Yes, it does. Okay, so that's all working well. You can see that was created during the Olympics. Kind of cool. All right, next I'm going to show you how to add a couple of widgets. So I'm going to go back to edit, and remember we put in these headings for a reason, and that reason is when I do the widget table of contents, it tells you some of these things here, how that works. I'm going to embed the table of contents, see it right over there. I'm actually going to hit enter a couple more times to take this below the table of contents. And this will look different later. You can see what it looks like in a moment. And I'm going to add one more. Get rid of the bulleted list here. And right down here is where I want my widget. I click embed widget, and I'm going to put in the list of wiki pages. This one is going to show some pages from our own wiki. So let's go ahead and hit save. Again, you can hit preview if you're not sure you want to save. But I do want to save for sure, and I know that I'm okay. So my table of contents comes up, and it makes some nice links here according to my headings and what the headings were called. And that'll take me to where the heading is at the top of the page. Yet another heading. And now let's check this other widget. And this is the other pages within my wiki. And that's really handy in case somebody comes to the end of the page and they want to visit somewhere else. Alright, and that is it for the second